Back again, y'all. Apologize about that. We had a interruption, but yeah. So this is gonna be part 2 because we had to get stopped for something that was irrelevant. Back with my brother Corey again. Glad to have you back again, man. We ain't go nowhere for real, but we had to start a part 2, so we gotta do it the right way when we started off. Every time we do it on this show, we do it right. So we was talking about mental health and the diagnosis of it and how it can affect people and why it's important that you make sure you get yours checked out. And this brother, he has mental health diagnosis as well as other people, and like myself, his mental health diagnosis happened to be post-traumatic stress disorder, aka PTSD. I had questions for him. We got stopped halfway through, so we're gonna pick up where we left off at. The last question that you was on was, if it was anything you could change about your mental health, what would it be and why? And you just said it would be, you wish you never ran into your friend that day, right? Right. Alright. And if you want to know why, you got to watch the first part to find out. We're not telling y'all. We're not about to spoil that. We're not doing that. So, yeah, y'all going to have to watch the first one. Next question. What do you think is the worst mental health diagnosis and why? Out of all the mental health disorders you know about, which one you think is the worst one? Like if it was one that you had, you feel like it would be no hope for you, like somebody had this, like it's like a wrap.
Like the worst one to have.
Yeah.
I would say anxiety.
Anxiety? Wow. That's why I like doing these interviews, y'all, because you never know what people going to say. You could guess, but you never know. Because I definitely didn't think he was going to say anxiety. That's serious. I got anxiety, too. I got severe anxiety, so I know a lot about that one. Why you say that's the worst one to have?
I would say that's the worst one to have because let's say if I had anxiety and I still went through all the stuff that I went through, most likely I would not talk to people. Most likely I wouldn't even have left my grandfather's house or came outside. I probably would have been stuck in the house all the time. Never talking to nobody. Even now, when I first got here, I didn't talk to nobody.
Right.
If I had anxiety on top of that, like, I wouldn't even attempt to talk to anybody.
Right. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Yeah, that's heavy. I don't know, for me, if I had picked one, because there's a lot of them I could think of. On this one, I'm going to say Alzheimer's. Like getting old, getting Alzheimer's, can't remember shit. To me, I think that's the worst. Like once you get that, that's over for you. Like my mother told me stories of her aunt having it and stuff she used to do. And man, it's crazy. Like, well, I wish that on nobody. Next question. Does mental health run in your family? You know?
Most of my family members, which is surprising, 90% besides my 2 younger sisters have PTSD and bipolar. Every single one of my family members except for 2 doesn't have bipolar.
Wow, yeah, that run in my family too. On a normal day, do you think people can tell you have mental health issues? You don't think so? Why you don't think so?
Because most of the time, like I said, I'm usually calm. I don't really care for myself, so really, if you're talking to me, I'm going to be as calm and as happy as possible. My friend or a family member could have died yesterday and you wouldn't even know.
Right. And I can sense that about you. Like, You always in a cool, calm mode. Never ever seen you mad. Like, even with your headaches. This brother suffered from migraine disease too. Like, they ain't nothing to play with, the migraines. I had a migraine before, and that shit made me wanna fucking die, so I can't imagine having that shit. But yeah, bro, I never seen you upset, so definitely you hide it well.
You know, Kyle, we need you to run the class. Wow.
Yo, funny. Hold on. I'm doing an interview real quick. Do you think the majority of people with mental health issues are successful? Yes or no?
I would say majority, yes.
Okay, and why?
Because most of my siblings went to mental health institution because they suffer from anxiety, or I forgot what it's called when people are socially not able to keep in contact with people.
Yeah. You said not able to keep in contact with them?
Basically, can't stay around too many people too long.
Yeah, they have social anxiety.
Yes.
I know what you're saying. They need to be antisocial. Yeah.
Because my older sister, she has social anxiety. When she works at Amazon, she took the night shift right before morning, where there's nobody at night, just so she can stay away from people.
Wow. That's dangerous, man. That's extreme. When it's that bad, because now it's interfering with your day-to-day life. I mean, she might be having okay doing all right, but when somebody gotta live like that, that's when it's a problem, whether they see it or not. So you gotta be careful, because when you get like that, you gotta get help, because it could get treacherous, man. It could get treacherous.
Yeah, because I already know she's going through a lot right now, because when I met her at my last sister's birthday, you know how people wear long sleeves?
Yeah.
She was wearing her long sleeve all the way up to right here, and I was like, how's your arm? Because I could tell from the way she moved the wrist. I've damaged my hands and wrists to the point where I could tell when somebody moves, they fucked up or did something to their arm.
Yeah.
Like literally, when she was trying to dap me up, I did this. How's your hand? And she was like, don't touch. Because I knew she was cutting up her hand.
Cutting it like because she had mental issues cutting her hand? Wow. Like on the cutter tip. Damn. That's crucial. I ain't gonna lie, I had issues with that, but I was never a cutter. But I know I know people that was, and that ain't good. My wife was, so yeah, that shit crazy, man.
I didn't cut myself either, but I'll tell you one thing. Because of the fact that I didn't really get along with people, all the people who actually tried to fuck with me, I fought to the point where nobody could tell that my hands are fucked up, but they're extremely fucked up, because this hand looks normal. You heard what this hand does when I move it side to side.
Right, yeah.
But the problem is, when I try to bend my hand immediately tries to lock just from me trying to bend one finger.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with that. You can start getting arthritis in there and carpal tunnel, and then when you get to that point, you gotta wear special equipment on your hand and go to your doctor so they can get it checked out for you.
And the fucked up thing is, the thing I didn't show you is, I broke these two knuckles so many times that this knuckle is over here.
Damn, same as me. That's crazy. This, this one of these jumps, the knuckle was all the way down here. You could tell though, matter of fact. See how the skin right here look like it's pushed back? These three knuckles regular, but this skin is like it's coming back. That came from me banging stuff.
Growing up, I fought so much that if I had to put in words, I think I've broken my fingers at least 37 times.
Man, I broke my hand banging a glass window one time. I was messing with my first love. I forgot what happened. We walking down the street. I see this. It was a white minivan, one of them vans that people that paint drive, the all white ones. I hit the back window. They hard. And windows, them car windows, the front ones and the back ones, man, especially the vans, they like ultra fiber thick. Like, I mean, I ain't even cracked the motherfucker, but I broke my knuckle. Yeah, that shit, I'll never forget that, Joe. So, next joint. When did you realize you had mental health issues? How was that day? Do you remember or not? Just like, how did you, when do you recall, remember when you had?
The first day, I would say I think I remember is on my grandmother's funeral, because she was the very last person during those years to die. So I went to a funeral, and everybody was concerned for me because you know how people cry because they lost somebody that basically raised them. Mm-hmm. Because of how much stuff how many people that died during those 2 years, I actually had to go to the doctors. I don't know if you heard about this. You know, some people cry blood because they don't cry for a long time.
No, I never heard that.
Because I was mentally completely out of it, all you would see is a straight face, and I couldn't even cry anymore. Like, even now, this tear that is still closed. This eye is always dry. Like,
you cried all your tears out.
And then when I went to the doctor, because my eyes, like even now, my eyes are extremely dry. My tear duct's closed.
Yeah.
And for them to open it, they would have to actually open with a needle my tear duct. Because I cried so much in 2 years and dealt with so much in 2 years, that I was physically and mentally done to the point where I didn't even talk to anybody.
Wow.
I started not talking to friends. I started not drawing. I stopped writing poems. I stopped reading. And I was just mentally done. People ask me if I'm okay. I'm fine. No, I'm not.
Man. I'm glad we had this talk, man, because now I know a little bit more about you. Whereas though I could be more help. Like, I feel like we all gotta help each other around here. You know, if we're not helping each other, something's wrong. Because it's either you helping your fellow brother or you're not helping. And I feel like in this environment, we should all be helping each other. That don't necessarily mean going to somebody asking them what they need. But that just means when you see your brother going through something, ask them as they are. Or, you know, if you know that brother don't talk too much when they depressed, go holler at him if he ain't said 2 words in 2 days. Like that. That's all it is. Now I know, like, if I see you look like you upset or something, I know you might be going through something about your people that died that was on Federal Hill that day for you or whatever. I mean, so that's heavy, bro.
Come from walking with your boyfriend.
It's a little off the record. If you had one wish, what would it be? It's just a random question. Throw out there for real. So people that don't know you can get a little bit of a feel of what kind of person Corey Payne is. What would it be? What would you wish to be?
I would like to have one more day with my grandmother.
One more day with your grandmother?
One more day.
That's it?
That's it.
Man, that's what's up, man. I hope you get everything that you asking for out of this process, bro. I hope you figure out something for your migraine headaches that'll work for you to help you get through them. I mean, and I hope you succeed at whatever you're trying to do, bro. You got your head on your shoulders, man. I'm glad that if I had to have a roommate, because I like being in my own room. I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't with my wife, I like having my own shit. But if I gotta have a roommate, at least it's you, bro. That's real shit, man. Appreciate it. Alright, so before we get off here, I always ask people if there's anything you want to say to the camera before we close this, to the youth out there, the kids that's going through shit today, and it might be a little boy out there right now that want to hang it up, and you feel like there's nobody out there that's going through PTSD right now, and you feel like it's just him alone. Anything you can say to him or to the people out there?
I would say the same thing that my grandmother said, is always keep your head on the swivel, because the worst is yet to come, and always push through.
Alright. Man, you said Always keep your head on a swivel. The worst is yet to come. Always push through. Damn. Why you say that?
Because it's a phrase my grandmother said. Because she said she's been through a lot when she grew up. Because she was the last person in her family to survive.
It's good to have a boyfriend.
She said it could be worse. Always keep your head on the swivel. The worst is yet to come, but you gotta keep pushing through.
I ain't gonna lie, that got me thinking like I'm gonna keep that in my memory bank because I might need that one later. Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show, Corey, bro.
It ain't about the best.
Thank y'all for watching. If y'all like what I'm doing, like, comment, subscribe. Until the next one, we out.